New York's county clerks rose in open defiance today of Governor Eliot Spitzer's plan to issue driver's licenses to illegal aliens. As Bill Tucker reports, many of those officials say they will not comply with the governor's policy.
A meeting of county clerks is not typically an emotional affair, but a meeting where state officials explain the change in policy that will require the clerks, who also act as agents for the Department of Motor Vehicles, to issue driver's licenses to illegal aliens, became emotional.
Residents in this state, again, I'm impressed, please. Did you hear the word illegal once? You're not going to hear it. They're clouding the issue.
The commissioner of the Department of Motor Vehicles, his executives, and by extension, Governor Eliot Spitzer, came under sharp attack, and the word illegal did enter the dialogue.
As an elected official, I can reward someone who's breaking the law, who's here illegally, by giving them a New York State driver's license.
What's the justification for issuing a non-driver ID to an illegal alien?
The commissioner patiently listened and replied in plain terms.
And again, the policy is the policy.
He reminded the clerks, who are elected officials, that as DMV agents they had only two responsibilities: determine an individual's fitness to drive, and that they are who they say they are. Several of the clerks said they would not comply with the policy and issue driver's licenses and non-driver IDs to illegal aliens, prompting the commissioner to remind them.
Well, the law is pretty clear that the county clerks are required as agents for the Commissioner of Motor Vehicles to fulfill that responsibility and comply.
Nevertheless, the clerks voted to adopt a resolution expressing their opposition.
It is the sentiment of the New York State Association of County Clerks that the removal of the Social Security requirement for obtaining driving privileges and non-driver identification is ill-advised.
13 of the clerks are taking their opposition one step further and say they will not comply, will not issue identification to illegal aliens.
I took an oath of office to support the Constitution of this country, and I feel the governor's policy goes in contradiction to that.
The DMV has not indicated how it will respond. The clerks expect that they'll be sued by the state and say they're ready to go to court if need be. The clerks say the security of the New York State driver's license is being eroded. They point to a little notice change by the governor to remove visa dates from licenses granted to temporary residents, as well as this new change in policy granting licenses to illegal aliens. By granting the licenses under the new policy, the clerks believe, Kitty, they will be aiding and abetting in illegal immigration. Back to you.
Thanks very much, Bill Tucker. Well, Kathy Marchone is the president of the New York State Association of Clerks. She presided at today's meeting and is one of those who will defy the governor's plan. I asked her why she and other county clerks won't issue licenses under the new policy.
It's a threat to security in New York. It's a safety concern, and it's a safety concern for Americans. They just believe it's wrong. They believe the policy is risky, and as one elected official to the governor, I think it's irresponsible.
The governor says that this will actually improve security. He says there's rampant document fraud now, and this will actually improve security. What do you have to say to that argument?
We do not believe it's going to improve security. The governor is asking us to issue driver's licenses to illegal immigrants. You know, illegal immigrants and driver's licenses, the first document that you get as a driver's license is a source document. From that, you can get bank accounts, you go into buildings, federal buildings. It's the beginning of the document that, for safety and security, it does not, in our opinion, we do not believe it's going to increase security. I think some of the security measures that the governor has added are good things, but I do not believe this policy is going to increase security. I think it's a security risk.
You know, the Senate Republicans have given the governor an October 31st deadline to reverse the policy or face legal action. How hard was it for you to stand up to the governor on this?
I think it's always hard to stand up to a governor. You respect a governor no matter what political party he is. But this is an issue of safety and security. This is an issue of recklessness. This is an issue that is going to affect all Americans. And as an elected official myself, it is very, very important that we stood up for what we believe today.
The majority of New York State residents do not like this. They're against this. A Zogby poll says 58% polled do not agree with this ruling. So do you believe that the will of the citizens of New York State is being respected?
No, I don't believe they are. And one of the things we talked about in our meeting today was that we needed the commissioner of DMV to go back and tell the governor our concerns. He needs to listen to us. The governor needs to listen to the legislature, needs to listen to the residents who elected him, as all of us need to do. He needs to reconsider this policy.
Kathy, Congress passed the Real ID Act, which is scheduled to take effect completely by 2013. This directly conflicts with that. Do you believe that federal laws are being ignored?
Yes, I do. It is in direct conflict with, New York has a pretty secure driver's license, and for whatever reason that we're going away from the security and making it less secure and going in direct contrast with Real ID is something we don't understand.
This was done by an executive order and not a vote. It was not put to any kind of vote. Do you believe that that's a proper way to even address this issue?
I don't. I think that this particular issue is too encompassing for the American people and New Yorkers. I believe that it should be a legislative issue. It should be going to the Senate, to the Assembly. They should have conversation on it. The governor should be listening to the agents that hand out motor vehicle driver's licenses and do the work. I really think it has to have much more conversation before this goes through.
In light of your meeting today and the results, what's the next step for your association?
Our association is looking into federal legislation. We've been advised that perhaps we're not living up to our constitutional oath of office. We believe that our constitutional oath of office would require us not to assist illegal aliens, and we're looking into the federal statutes to see if that's a real good reason to stand on not doing this.
Well, we applaud your efforts. Thank you very much for being with us. Kathy Marchone, thank you. We will continue to follow this battle. Coming up, a top U.S.